awesome things that I get to show you in this episode. There are 4 things that bring humanity together and create more positivity on the planet: music, sport, art, and comedy.
How's it going? So I was just thinking back.
Yasas, all you beautiful people of planet Earth, and welcome back to an episode of Planet Positivity that feels like it's been a lifetime for me to get to, and it feels like a lifetime since I've done the last one, I'll be honest with you. I'm Ali Ammo, if you don't know me, because my last video, hands up to my editor, he was right. 3,000 views in like 3 days and 133 subscribers. I've never seen anything like it. But anyway, if you don't know me, I'm Ali Ammo, and today I'm like rocking my camos. I can't tell you how excited I am. I can't tell you how much this trip meant to me, particularly this part. For those of you who've been following from the start, mwah, oh my gosh, I love you. And you'd remember that there was something special about the Italy episode for me. Greece was a whole nother level, in a whole new way that couldn't have been possible had I not made the effort. But I actually got to meet members of the other side of my family. Oh, and the meaning was so deep. My grandmother, because the other side of my family is Greek. So anyway, my grandmother actually passed away before she had the chance to fulfill one of her lifelong goals and dreams, but she wanted to take me to Greece and introduce me to the Ikoyenia, the family. And all that remained by the time I got there, which was 15 years later, was one living sister, her daughter, and her son. So I got to meet 3 generations, which is super meaningful for me. And thank goodness for that 3rd generation. He was fairly close to me in age and was the only one who was bilingual. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to understand majority of what they've said. My Italian, my Greek, different story, and not in a good way. So it was a beautiful experience, but that was the cherry on the cupcake or sundae for Greece for me. But I got to go to some places. I don't know if you know that movie 300. Yeah, it's not all what 300 was, but I actually went to the place where they have the monument, and it's supposedly close by to where the actual event took place. I also got to go to somewhere called Meteora. Or Meteora, which is ancient monasteries on top of cliffs. Like, been there for so long, done in an amazing way. And that was an amazing experience too. And both of those places are off the beaten track, but you won't believe where we got to go. I see it a lot on Instagram, and there've actually been quite a few people kind of complaining that Mykonos is extremely expensive. I'm lucky that it was 4 years ago when we went, because oh my God, I had the time of my life. And I met the most amazing human who technically we broke the law. It was my idea. Fully, I take responsibility for it, but it was just the most amazing, crazy experience that we did together. And we were complete strangers only a few hours before. And God love him, from Canada, send me a video to tell the story. So I can't wait for you to meet him. I can't wait to show you Greece. So let's get to it.
So I was just thinking back about how we met in Mykonos.
Incredible beauty, amazing people with the vibes. I don't know where to start. I really don't know. But I'll start with the place that you probably likely want to go yourself, because yeah, people love Greece, they love Athens. But for me, Athens wasn't about sightseeing, it was about family meetings. So the places you want to see where you have just incredible beauty, amazing people with the vibes, as people say, the Greek islands. And there are like, I think it's over 200 of them, but there are certain ones that every one of them has their own, they capture something, like have their own essence, right? So you have a different experience depending on the island you go to. However, in saying that, you also get the feel of the place, of the people who live on the island, because it's old school village life with new, amazing, crazy tourist adventures. So the beauty of Mykonos comes in the essence, which is like party. It's pretty off the hook, right? But the coolest thing about Mykonos are the people who work in the places that you get to meet as well. And when you engage and make connections with the men, they heighten the experience for you, particularly the bartenders. And that was certainly the case when I met Ryan from Canada.
How's it going? So I was just thinking back about how we met in Mykonos, and just trying to remember the details. So what I remember was I was pretty drunk, to be honest, and then I remember seeing you sitting by yourself, which I thought you were by yourself at the time, at the pool. So I figured I'd approach you and see what you were up to. And then we got like a bunch of drinks, and we talked for like a lot of hours, and I think we were getting like really heated with the drinking. So you wanted to go swim, and then you wanted to go go into like the random yachts and jump off each of one of them. And I agreed reluctantly, but it turned out to be such a good time, just hopping off the boats and whatnot. And then you mentioned you were with a group and how you were going to like the clubs at the end of the night. So I kind of tagged along with you guys. And once I was there, I think I left for like a little bit to meet a friend. And once I got back, I could never find you again. And I know you were leaving in the morning. So I was really annoyed because I was having such a good time talking to you the whole day. But you know what? I'm glad that we still stayed in touch, and we always chat here and there. So you know what? It was a good day overall.
I didn't know he'd been drinking before we actually met. It was like maybe 11 o'clock in the morning. And he was sitting by the pool, and there was an empty seat next to him, and there weren't many. Like, it was pretty busy. And I just happened to want to lay down in the shade and just chill. And I asked him if the seat was taken, and then we just started having a conversation. And it went for several hours, but it wasn't too long into it. And he's, yes, Canadian, but has like the Canadian/American-ish accent. And we're just talking about life and getting to know each other and understanding who we are and how we are and where we're from and what we've done and whatnot, because his background's actually Turkish. So we're talking about Turkey a lot as well. It's one of my dream destinations, and I will get there, especially for, I think it's Cappadocia. Anyway, and then he randomly says to me, "You want to pop a shot?" And I'm looking at him, I'm sorry, pop a shot. What's pop a shot? Pop a shot? Like, what's he saying? And I went, "Oh, you want to pop a shot?" Oh, I'm thinking, what time is it? What are we doing here? I'm like, okay, whatever, let's roll with it. Anyway, so I went up to the bartenders, and I'd met them before because I was Greek and they were Greek, and my Greek was enough to get me through the basics. So they sort of we got to know each other real quick. Something to tell you that's a little bit interesting about alcohol in Europe. I may have alluded to it before, but to be honest with you, free pour. They don't measure. They don't measure anything. They wing it, and they don't care about what alcohol they use, anything they use, how much they use. They just want you to have a good time. So they just do what they feel. And these bartenders felt like having a shot with us. Oh my God. Go out and then as you land. You gotta do it.
Fuck, that is so much higher than I thought it was.
Her ass recovered though, and it didn't stop her from clubbing like there wasn't any tomorrow. And I'm telling you, of all the places that we went and things that we did when it come to the nightlife, other than Croatia, but Greece was a whole nother awesome experience for us all. We all kind of went crazy, dancing all night. Some people were drinking, some people weren't, but just the music was amazing. And high five to Maddie, she repped Australia so well. If you do not know, Australians are known for drinking, and there's a particular very strange tradition called the shoey. It's pouring a beer into a shoe and then drinking it. And this is why I love Maddie. She was like, yes, out of everyone in the club. She was the one that did it. Put her hand up to rep Australia and herself and our group. Pumped the shoey and pumped everyone in the club up. It was so much fun. When we think about Mykonos and the clubbing experience, it was definitely that one night and that amazing time that we had.
Go for it. Fucking yeah! Maddie, make these people dance, mate.
So for those of you who are new to this, and me, there are 4 things that bring humanity together and create more positivity on the planet: music, sport, art, and comedy. Now, I got the awesome foursome happen again in Greece, in Mykonos specifically. So if there's something you need to know, it's not just Italians who do this. It's quite common. And the evidence is in the Spain episode, when all the Portuguese people were just randomly singing a famous Portuguese song on the street together and dancing and things. And I love those things. I love when people are out there in the world representing their different countries, singing their songs, dancing their dances, telling the jokes. And other people get to see that, and you always smile. It doesn't matter that you don't understand the language, because first and foremost, you recognize the similarities between their culture and language, customs, whatever, and your own. And it always brings you joy to see that. And Volare was always the song that everybody knew. Even myself and my relatives who didn't speak Italian, we learnt that song, or at least part of it. And so I'm walking and I heard this song, and it just made me feel so much joy. The 2 girls in the video, I'd met them both and was talking to Gilda especially in the water in the ocean earlier that day. So to see them all singing together, I went up to them with my camera and I was watching, and they were singing songs that I didn't know that were obviously famous, popular songs in Italy at the time. And they were just singing them one after the other. And it was so funny and so beautiful to watch. It brought me so much joy. And then eventually they kicked off into dancing, and then they were laughing. It was just so, and it's a sport in Italian, like it's a favorite pastime. And we were there for at least half an hour, and I was just watching them in awe and excitement and feeling the love, the joy, the beauty, and the positivity that it brought not only to all of us there, but to myself personally. It just heightened my experience of Mykonos. And because I've got Italian and Greek background, and I'm in Greece, about to meet my family, and I have this memory of my Italian side, it just brought it all together for me. It was so beautiful. The joy, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And the beauty, when you have the 4 things that bring humanity together, when you see that, it just makes you feel grateful to be alive.
Aunque me cueste corazón, amame su mirada y yo te amé, como nunca jamás me imaginé. Voy a arrancarte de tu piel, de tu recuerdo, de tu ayer. Yo siento que la vida se nos va y que el día de hoy no vuelve más. Después de ti me recuerdo, y no te rebato, yo quiero. Vivo por esto que me da fuerza, valor y dar amor. Quelli che
Meteora. Come stand and come
Lo vuelvo loco, mamá, con mi pollera amarilla. A todos lo vuelvo loco, mamá, con su pollera amarilla. Pasito para acá, pasito para allá. Pasito para acá, pasito para acá. No me arrepiento de ese amor, aunque me cueste corazón.
Volaré. Cantaré.
Thank you, Greece. Oh my gosh, thank you. It is so somewhere you need to be at some point in your life. Even if you go to one island for one day in passing, or you spend half an hour in Athens, or a minute like we did, you know what I mean? You have to go. It's so beautiful and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for the experience to meet my family, a once in a lifetime adventure, fulfilling a dream of someone else's that just, it brought so much joy to my soul. You have no idea. Mykonos was amazing. All the people I met, the things that we did, the memories that we have are just incredible. And the people that we connected with, especially because Alex, my bestie, was leaving after Athens. And so it was almost devastating to have that parting of ways, but obviously we're still remained in contact, so it's not an issue. But I'm so grateful for the memories that we have, to have gone to the place of 300, to have seen Meteora and the beauty of this ancient place. And they're like that all over the world. Just to be there and feel that energy was just incredible. The sunsets, the drinks, the food, the gyro, there's nothing in the world like Greece. And I am being obviously biased, but everybody loves Greece, right? Especially the islands. So make sure you get amongst it. Well, that's it for this time round. I'll see you soon. Bye, beautiful people.